The overhead tricep press is a great exercise for runners for two different reasons. So first, we use our triceps a fair amount when we're running, especially for running fast. So you've probably felt this before when you're running like really hard intervals, or you're running up a hill or something. You probably find that your biceps and your triceps actually do get a little bit fatigued. And so the reason for that is when we're doing our arm swing, when we're running fast, the forward motion of that arm wants to carry upwards, which is going to carry your arm up this way. And so you actually use your triceps eccentrically to slow down that movement and keep your arm or your elbows right at 90 degrees. So as you come forwards with that arm drive, your triceps are holding that elbow in place. And the faster you run, the more momentum there is, and then the harder those triceps actually have to work. So it is important for runners to work this particular muscle group, even though we don't normally think about runners as needing to do a whole lot of upper body. The other great thing with the overhead tricep press is runners generally have really tight shoulders and have a hard time kind of getting their arms and shoulders up overhead. So by doing this exercise up overhead, it helps us kind of work on stabilizing the chest, making sure we have good posture, and it's just a different way to work the triceps while also working on some of that upper body positioning that's so important for us to run with good, efficient form and be able to breathe effectively while we're running. Let's take a look at how to do it. To set up for an overhead tricep press, all we need is an adjustable bench and a set of dumbbells. The reason we want to use an adjustable bench is it's nice to have a little bit of proprioceptive feedback in terms of kind of where your upper body is in space, where your back is, and if you're keeping your good posture throughout the course of the exercise. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our adjustable bench, we're going to bring it all the way up until it's 90 degrees. So mine's got a couple settings, but I'm going to go all the way up until it's nice and straight. And then all you need is a set of dumbbells and you're ready to go. To do the overhead tricep press, we're going to set ourselves up with good posture against the backrest of the bench. So I'm going to take my lower back and my butt, I'm going to scoot them all the way into that bench so I can feel that pushing in right there. Then I'm going to try and keep that low back kind of squished in as well, so it's going to be fairly flat. And then I want my shoulder blades and the back of my neck to also be all in a nice straight line. So I should be able to feel that backrest down the whole entirety of my upper back. From there, I'm gonna grab my weights and I'm gonna get up into position and I'm gonna get ready to go. So I just usually set the weights on the floor right in front of me so they're easy to pick up and get started. So I have nice even contact along my whole entire back, and then I'm gonna raise my arms up and get into position. And so what I wanna shoot for is keeping my arm as high as possible while still maintaining my whole entire back touching that backrest. So what you'll probably find is if you try to go up too high, you'll start to notice you need to arch your back and your low back starts to kind of pull off that backrest. That's why having the backrest is really nice. You just get that little bit of feedback in terms of where your body is in space. So from here, I'm gonna keep everything moving in the same plane as my body. So I'm not moving off to the sides, I'm not doing any twisting or anything. Everything is moving in a nice smooth plane right out in front of me. So from here, I'm gonna come all the way up into this position. And then I'm starting from here and I'm extending up overhead. And so you can see here, I can't, like when I get down to this position, I can't really go up any higher with my elbows. Like I could try to go back more, but you can see how that pulls my low back out. So what you should shoot for here is over time, you wanna get able to bring those elbows up higher and higher while still keeping good positioning with your back and everything squished into that backrest. The triceps are a fairly small muscle group, so you're gonna wanna increase your weight by 2.5 to 5 pounds on each side. If you have any shoulder problems or you really have trouble getting those arms up overhead to do this exercise, you can do it very similarly by doing a tricep kickback instead. So you'll simply hold the weight, lean forwards, and you're extending out behind you. So this still accomplishes the work on the triceps that we want to do. We just kind of cut out that work on our upper body positioning, and we miss out on that if we do the exercise this way instead. If you don't have a set of dumbbells to do this one, you can use a cable machine or a set of resistance bands and do the exact same thing. You just need to anchor it on something solid, get into position, and do the exact same exercise.